Hey, good evening, my friends. Welcome to our Wednesday night live broadcast. And I'm here in Florida, and the state is being battered by a major hurricane. And fortunately, I live in the southeast corner, and we missed the last hurricane completely. We're not going to be so lucky with this one. So my wife and I are locked up. Probably don't expect to leave if we're lucky until Friday, and got our eyes on the weather. So tomorrow night for boot camp, hopefully we'll have electricity and everything will continue to function. Now tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you 3 proven scripts that are producing amazing results, and some of them are old. Pulled them out of my archives, and some of them are brand spanking new. And the folks that are in boot camp, you may be familiar with them. So wait a minute, give everybody a chance to get here. And I love it when former students come back. And I think in the last 60 days, I've had more students come back than I've ever seen. And so, John, it's nice to see you. Looks like you and I go all the way back to, wow, 2009. And the last time you were in a boot camp was 2019. And you're not going to recognize LinkedIn at all. We'll check out your profile. Okay. Now, let's give everybody a chance to get here. Daryl, it's nice to see you, Ken, Anne Marie, Mary, Stephen. It's we'll have more people joining us, but I'm going to get this thing started. So first and foremost, I want to welcome all of my friends and students that are watching this live broadcast on Facebook or LinkedIn. Also want to welcome folks that are watching this live on my YouTube channel, as well as the people that are participating in this live Zoom. And who are my students and who are my guests, all right? So tonight, I'm going to share with you 3 proven scripts, plus my secret sauce that are producing crazy enrollment rates. Now, we just released our new scripts book for the October boot camp. And tonight, I'm going to talk about 3 of them. Actually, I'm going to talk about a 4th. I just added it in the last minute. So 4 scripts that when you add my secret sauce are going to turn into enrollment rates that will have your upline calling you up to find out what you're doing. And for those of you that haven't registered yet for boot camp, go to maxsteigart.com/boot camp. Use the promo code Bigger Deal, and you could get in for $59, which is literally a 90% discount. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook are always changing. And most of my students who come back and look you're not going to believe the changes that have been made. So our October boot camp started last night. The second session of boot camp is tomorrow night. This one has 5 sessions. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. And we have a 5th session, the daily routine of top earners. I love sharing success stories, not because I'm trying to impress anybody, but because I'm trying to impress upon all of you the power of social networks. So last night we did create the page. And we went through it. You got a new profile guide. And the profile guide will enable you to transform your profiles into marketing magnets. There are some things that you can do that not only produce immediate results, but when you bring someone new into the business, all you have to do, and this is frankly, the exciting part, all you have to do is have your new recruit go in and reconnect, go on their Facebook page and and change their picture. That's all they have to do. And they can be starting conversations with people who can end up in their business. Tomorrow night, connecting with people. We're going to show you how to reach out and connect with people that you know in advance need what you have, want what you have. And our new scripts book has new elements, new features. It's fully integrated with Max GPT. It has brand new strategies with scripts. In some cases, we've taken old scripts and we've modified them to fit all the new features that you're going to find on LinkedIn. Newly revised strategies and scripts. We have new project launch strategies and scripts. I'm going to share some of them with you tonight. And we have new chat examples that end in sales and case study examples that end in sales. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is make sure you're talking to the right people. And then next Tuesday, effective communication. So let's talk about the scripts. One script that is timely right now is our bad weather script. And anybody that lives in Florida is going through the hurricane. fact, before I jump into this, let me jump over here on LinkedIn. Now, for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for any length of time, all right, they've added some new features. And a lot of you who have been talking, in fact, let me do that. Let me bring up. We'll bring up John's profile. All right. And scroll down a little bit. So, John, you have over 4,000 followers, which means that you've got more than 4,000 friends. Let me unmute you.
Hello, Max.
John, how are you? It's nice to see you. It's been like 5 years.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
So let me I'm going to use you as an example. And
Don't be too hard on me, please.
no. Listen, I've mellowed. I've mellowed. I used to get on here and I would remind people of Simon from American Idol. And but no.
I'm just joking.
I know. All right. So first and foremost, all of you are connected to people. So you go over to your network. So right now, I'm connected to 11,259 people. The maximum number of connections you can have is 30,000. So we go over here, first level, they're giving me credit for 10,000. 2 weeks ago, I had 11. So LinkedIn is constantly moving things around. So my first level connections. Well, these people, now, first and foremost, let me just say that I would venture to say that 25 to 30% of the people that you're all connected to, you either haven't talked to or you haven't talked to them in months or years. And some of them, frankly, are great prospects for your business. All right. So we could come up here and we could do a search. If you have any idea who the best prospects for your business are by profession. So let's say if teachers are a great prospect, go up and do a search to see how many teachers you're already connected to. So I'm connected to 816 teachers. And if I go down and look, so here's Eileen. Let me click on this message. So we've been connected since 2021, but we've never talked. Actually, let me look at her profile because frankly, we may have been connected longer than that. Right, so we connected in 2020, but again, we've never talked. All right, now we can go back. Work our way down. So you got all kinds of teachers. Let's look at this one. Same thing. You go, you bring up the profile. and we look at, see how long we've been connected. So we've been connected since 2021. I'll go in here and I'll bring up people that I've been connected since 2012, but we've never talked. Now, before you reach out to re-engage someone, it is important that you verify that they're still active. And so one of the things that LinkedIn now lets you do is we can go over here and we can look at their activity. So the last time he posted anything was 2 years ago. And that used to be the only way you could check, but last year they let us see their activity. Comments, well, the last time they made a comment was 4 years ago. What did they react to? 3 years ago. So reaching out and trying to engage him, restarting a conversation would be fruitless, be a waste of your time. So you're going to have to check that before you start up a conversation. Now, you can come up here and we can say, you know what? Now, I'm going to give you a tactic tonight that I'm introducing in boot camp for the first time. My coaching students have been using it for the last 5 months. And let me just say, they're killing it. And when I told 3 of them that I was going to be introducing it in boot camp, they were a little upset because it works so well. All right, very, very, because it works so great. So, teachers, let's say that one of the leaders in your company was a teacher. Okay, that's one example. Let's say one of the leaders and top earners in your business. This is where it's important to know the background of some of the leaders in your business. So let's say somebody that's one of the top earners in your company was in retail sales. So I got 849 people in retail sales, or a recruiter. $329. I'm going to use one more. School principals. Whoops. Results for school principals. Now, there's 309,000 school principals on LinkedIn. I want to see the ones that I'm connected to. I'm connected to 183 people. All right. Now, these are the people that you're connected to. And it's easy to restart a conversation with someone, providing, of course, they're active. Now, LinkedIn, and what's new, John, since 2019, was you couldn't tell what their activity was. Now, they've added a new feed. Another big thing. Let me come back and look at your profile. So, LinkedIn last November changed the format. You used to be able to go on here and you had 300 free searches, profile search. You go on there for 300 a month, search for people, send them a message. And they have been getting so many people joining LinkedIn that last December, they reduced that to 10 a month. And then in February, they reduced it to 5 a month. So unless you're paying for a service, you can only do 5 a month. Now, two of the services that I've been recommending, one is Sales Navigator and one is Recruiter Lite. Recruiter Lite lets you look up and find people that had just joined LinkedIn. So you can see who joined LinkedIn in the last 24 hours, who joined LinkedIn in the last week or two. So I could go over here and let's say, let's do Recruiter. And let's go for people that are looking for an opportunity. So we're looking for an opportunity. People, there are 1,500,000 people on LinkedIn that are flat out looking for opportunity. Let's do plural. Looking for opportunities. $2,440,000. Now, what was great about Recruiter Lite was we could pop over to Recruiter Lite. And we can scroll down, looking for opportunities, and see who recently joined LinkedIn. So in the last 24 hours, 191 people that are looking for an opportunity joined. In the last week, you had 1.2 thousand. In the last 90 days, you had 18,000 people. Now, what was the benefit of this? You get them before they are slammed by other people. This phenomenal tool. However, they made a couple of changes in the last week that frankly diminish a lot of the other LinkedIn features. Now, ideally, they're going to come back and they're going to change it. So let me come back over here. All right. So school principals. Now, we go over here to your network, and this is new. Catch up. This is huge. And what Recruiter Lite did, that is the reason why I'm canceling, is because you could go over here and you could look at people that changed jobs, celebrating a birthday, work anniversary, or made a change to their profile regarding their education. Catch up is going to enable all of you to follow up with people that you missed. So if I do job changes, now we have a strategy that we're going to be introducing in boot camp where you can make a change to your profile. Let me come down here a little bit. Okay, so Don Anderson is a coaching student. We made a change to his profile and it blasted out to everybody he was connected that he's got to change. So far, he's had 13 people like it. He's had 5 people make comments. So this gives you an opportunity to re-engage people that you're connected to. Come down here a little more. John Rollins has been a friend and a student for maybe 18 years. He was one of the top earners in Melaleuca when we worked, not Melaleuca, Manitou. So we made a change on his profile, and so far he's had 7 people that liked it. 5 people that made comments. So you can make a subtle little change. Kimberly, same thing. She's an optometrist. Made one change to her profile. And so far, she's had 33 people that she's connected to like it, and 12 people made comments. So you can literally reignite conversations with folks. The hot one, let's come back up here to the top. Birthdays. So again, we could scroll down here, and what was really great was we could come down here. Now, Ed Bestoso's birthday's today. It's a good friend, one of the top earners in Melaleuca, corporate director. Now, what we used to be able to do was we could click on this and we could see all the previous conversations we had. That stopped last week, which is the reason why I'm canceling Recruiter Lite. You want to be able to review. Now, you could still do it. It's 3 extra steps. This is huge. All right. And then, of course, we come back up to the top. Work anniversaries. You make a subtle change to a date on your profile, and you can literally create an anniversary that will blast it out to all the people that you're connected to. Now, so first and foremost, bad weather script. You're going to be able to re-engage people anywhere in Florida. So one of the things that you could do go back to your network. First level. And then filter it down by location. Show me everybody in Florida that you're already connected to. So there's 1,100 people. And again, you can restart the conversation around bad weather. Hope you're well. It's been a while since we talked. Wish you well. How are you being affected by the hurricane? Of course, depending upon where they are in Florida, they're on the West Coast, around the Tampa, St. Pete area. They're in big trouble. All right. Now let's go back. Another script is the profile advice to new LinkedIn connections. This is a killer. And this is one of the reasons why you wanted to use Recruiter Lite, because you could reach out and connect with people that had just started on LinkedIn. And although it still works, you give people advice, you just follow the scripts. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? They come back and tell you, it's not working so well. You can give them some advice. Now, this is a new script that recruit leaders, top earners, and influencers by their profession. Okay? And this, oh my God. So you take our original script. Hey, Bill, LinkedIn has suggested several times because of what you do that we should be connected. And after seeing what you do, I'd have to agree with them. So as I expand my network, I look forward to making the connection. That's the old. Now we can come back and we could say, after seeing that you're a chiropractor, I'd have to agree with them. So as I expand my network on LinkedIn, I look forward to making the connection. Plans an example. Jim McHugh, who's a corporate director in Melaleuca. After seeing that you're a school principal, that you were a school principal, I have to agree with him. So I look forward to making the connection. Then, after they accept you, you come back with the icebreaker. Nice to connect with you on LinkedIn. You know, while in the process of expanding my network, I've made many wonderful and amazing new friends that are school principals, that were school principals. In fact, one of my good friends that I currently work with today, who is a leader and top earner in my business, used to be a school principal. What prompted you to become one? And it's unbelievable how effective it can be. Now, you're going to get immediate results and make more sales with my posting tactics, newest project launch scripts as well. So the project launch script helps identify serious prospects by creating immediate responses, genuine curiosity, serious interest, a sense of urgency, fast, decisive action on their part, immediate decisions on their part, immediate duplication, faster team growth, which turns into faster rank advancement. It helps close serious prospects, retired people that need to make more money. 1 out of 8 retired people in the United States and Canada are looking for ways to make money. People that are unemployed for more than 4 months. People that are coaches that are just starting their business. Teachers that need to make more income, and network marketers looking for a new company. Now, 2 months ago, we started to share this information. 95% of the people in network marketing today are orphans. The person that brought them into the business is no longer in the business. They're not part of a team. They have nobody to work with, nobody to help them. And so now we have a whole new series of scripts and tactics to talk to network marketers that are unhappy. They love their products, but they're not making any money. And there's a nice way to talk to these people without being pushy and obnoxious, like too many people in your business are. And as a result of the bad acts of people in your company, I don't care what business you're in, what company you're with, the biggest mistake that people make in network marketing is they turn their profile into a commercial for their business. People that are looking to work remotely from home, but they only work when used with the right people. So here's an example. This one happens to be in Malibu. Marissa enrolled 13 people in December over 10 days. Now, her previous background, she was an eBay seller. So she jumps online on LinkedIn and she reaches, I think there's 11,000 eBay store owners and eBay sellers. So she reaches out to them, follow the script. I enrolled 2 people in my Melaleuca business yesterday, thanks to you and your scripts, and I've got 2 appointments for tomorrow. She comes back on the 20th. I'm now up to 6 since I started last week. I never thought it would be this easy. And finally, by the 26th, I've enrolled 13 prospects in 10 days, 6 are business builders. Bottom line, you all have to ask yourself this question. If you're on LinkedIn at all, are you talking to 10 people every day about your business? And if you're not, well, you could be. And if you're talking to 10 people a day, that's 50 people a week, you should be closing 1 or 2. So, project launch script. Marissa used these transition lines. I had a blast selling things on eBay, and I'm anxious to tell you all about it. However, after 5 years doing it, I discovered something that's better. Would you be interested in hearing about it? Or, I was one of eBay's best and made good money when I sold things. But if I didn't sell things, I didn't get paid. So I jumped into something that earns me residual income. Now I make a sale and I get paid continuously. What experience have you had with network marketing? Or many people today, myself included, have turned to the internet to make full-time and extra income. Have you ever tried anything like that before? What experience have you had with a network marketing business model? Steve Middleton used the launch script 8 times in 1 week. 6 said yes. It's a 75% closing ratio. Examples. I use a project launch script to recontact 10, 100 previous connections. Over 75 responded. Haven't had a chance to get to everyone. So far, I've enrolled 11 people. My team is on fire. The project launch script works when you're using it with the right people. This script produced a 75% response rate and a 15% closing ratio. Another one. I sent out 100 project launch messages over 2 days to 87 previous connections. 87 people responded. Showed the business to 50 people, and I've enrolled 15. 8 are building the business, and 7 are now customers. I wish I knew about this 2 years ago. And my favorite, I have more people to talk to than I can believe thanks to your project launch script. I think it's better than your happy birthday script. I use it with 150 of my previous connections, and 90 people wanted more information. I've already showed my business to over 60 people. I now have 13 business builders and 9 customers with the help of my upline, who now thinks I'm great. He called me on New Year's Eve to congratulate me and tell me that I rank advanced, and he wanted to know what I was doing. Next, on Thursday, we're going to get into closing the sale. We're going to show you how to break things down. And finally, we've added another session. We do this once a quarter on the daily routine of top earners. Now, my 4-step formula and scripts have been behind the success of top earning affiliate network marketing leaders for over 25 years. Create a page, connect with people, and we start the conversation. Communicate with them, qualify them, make sure they are who you're looking for. And the only people we're going to talk to about the business are people that are qualified. Now, effective engagement is the key to your success. Between your conversations, what you post and how you interact builds the relationships. Now, the number one way to create engagement that leads to sales on LinkedIn and Facebook is posting. What you post generates reactions from people on Facebook, from people on LinkedIn. The reactions enable you to start conversations. A like, a comment, a share becomes a lead. Leads become prospects. And prospects become business builders or customers. You can find business builders, unhappy network marketers, orphan network marketers, customers, or affiliate or internet marketers. So you start talking to the people who respond to anything you do. You reach out to people and start talking to them based on what they do. Now, it takes 90 minutes for the average person to respond to an email, but it only takes 90 seconds for the average person to respond to a text message. My secret sauce: dramatically increase your response rates. My secret sauce are gifts. Today, 99% of your prospecting, recruiting, and business building activity can now be done on your mobile phone with a LinkedIn and a Facebook phone app. So adding animated content to your text message is producing immediate results, and it's a way to impress your connections and showcase your social networking expertise. Wishing someone a happy birthday, sending them a static image does not get you the results when you use a GIF. A GIF draws extra attention to your message, so people are much more likely to notice it and answer it much faster. So later on this month, we have National Pasta Day. We also have National Chocolate Day. These are unofficial holidays. And of course, at the end of the month, we have Halloween. So we jump back over. For those of you that are already in boot camp, you have the recorded sessions of the September boot camp. Last night we did create, tomorrow night it's connect. These are all recorded, communicate, close. You got your new scripts book, you got the profile guide, and you also have scripts book, and you have a calendar of official and unofficial holidays. We're also going to give you another website which has other, actually, there's probably over 100 unofficial holidays every month that you're going to be able to connect with. Now, let me come back over here. Again, gifts are my secret sauce. Now you're going to enroll more reps with these proven action posts and texting scripts. Wishing someone a happy, change your picture. Wish someone a happy birthday. Wish someone a happy anniversary. Wish someone a happy holiday, a legitimate holiday, or an unofficial holiday. Post something motivational, something along personal development, or post a joke. And as soon as people react and respond, you use, start a conversation. Send a text message. So we're going to give you another script, another website where you have unofficial holidays. Every month, there are more than 70. And so your business will not slow down over the holiday season unless you do. So in October, the beginning of the month, we had Hop National Taco Day. Then we had on Saturday, Teachers Day, Coaches Day. Now we got Pasta Day, Black Hat Appreciation Day, Chocolate Day, Happy Candy Corn Day, and Halloween. We move into November. Happy National Sandwich Day, Pickle Day. Then we have Thanksgiving at the end, and you've got over 40 holidays in between. December, same thing. National Cookie Day, National Day of the Horse, and then we got the big holidays. Now, love success stories. I started working with Dr. Nesser, who is a chiropractor, and we started working in November. And by February, she was Director 6. She's got 3 directors under her. And she is the top recruiter on her team. Today, she's Director 7. She made Director 7 in March. And, you know, people always, and she's made, I don't have the message, but she's made, I think, over 40 grand getting customers. And people would always ask me, how come she's not a senior director or higher? You know, people in companies get to a point, they're happy where they are. She's making money. She's a busy chiropractor. She's got 3 kids. And as for in 2018, Joel enrolled 18 people in his first boot camp. He was also working with me in my coaching program. As a result, he quadrupled his network marketing business. Then he comes back a year later. Let me open Joel up. You know, I love it. Anyway, he called in to say that he was having his first $1 million year. The following year, he enrolled 100 insurance agents in 2 months. Then he called back in to say he was having his first $1 million year. He earned $2 million selling the ERC program in the last 2 years. I don't show you these to impress you. Jeunesse made 7 sales while she was in boot camp by enrolling other salon owners into her business. She was building a Jeunesse business at the time. Now I'm signing up someone into my business in Cambodia who's bringing in 2 of her friends at the same time. I also have someone in South Africa. I also closed someone in the United States. I've signed up 7 people so far. She comes back at the end of the month. She says this: since I've been coaching with you, I've become the best recruiter in my group. Everyone wants to know how I'm doing it. I'm not saying. You're my big secret. Will Zanders was number 5 in his company when we started working together in November of 2022. That's 2 years ago. 6 months later, he moved up to number 2. Today is number 1. Now, Will called in. You see, you become a top earner in your business by bringing people into the business, and the whole process has to duplicate. So he calls in right after our first session. We opened up the settings, we made him visible. He was the number 1 business builder for the week. Then he calls in after bringing somebody into the business, brand new, knew nothing about network marketing. Her first week, she was the number 7 top recruiter for the week.
I do have a great quick testimony. Just sponsored a new individual. I've actually got a member of my team on here who's one of our newest 6-figure earners, Melissa Brower. So I wanted to give her a shout out. She just hit 100K in this company. She's already done it before, but this is the most fun we've had. And a young lady I just sponsored who has 0 network marketing experience. I taught her just a few of the techniques that you taught me, and she's already like number 7 in recruiting in our company right now. I just saw her name on the leaderboard tonight. So I was like, wow, I got to tell Max. So it's really cool. I just wanted to tell you, man, everything you're teaching, it works in real life. And we all appreciate you so much.
Okay, so let's go back. Back over here. And so let's look at John. All right. So the 4 things that make a profile work on LinkedIn: the cover, picture, the headline under your picture, and then the about area, and then what people see. Okay? So we're going to come down here. All right, so you've been with Melaleuca for 22 years. And I think I read somewhere where you're an executive director. Okay? Now, so how is this working out for you?
How's Melaleuca working out for me?
No, not Melaleuca. How's LinkedIn working out for you?
Well, I mean, I've had some, not great success, I have to be honest with you, on LinkedIn.
Right. Let me tell you why. First, it's your profile. Okay, you can't, in fact, in my scripts book, I have 7 examples, case studies of people that were selling Melaleuca. And the scripts, you see, in network marketing, you're going to run into people on LinkedIn that have a negative attitude about network marketing. As a matter of fact, the people that have a negative attitude, in many cases, are justified. Example, it's only been in the last 7 or 8 years that Melaleuca opened up to social media. They used to tell people, forget about it, can't use it. And, working with some of the corporate directors I've worked with in the past, we used to joke about it. It's like, just don't tell them that you're using LinkedIn or Facebook to build your business. And there are certain rules. But so your profile should be, you want to be the person that people would want to know, would want to network with. So freedom from the boss, unfulfilled jobs, and 9 to 5 insanity, helping you. So basically, when you reach out to somebody, they look, oh no, not another one of those people. And so social networking law number one, what you see is what you get. And I'm trying to think of his name. I didn't bring up his example, but he wanted to make it executive director. And we started working together. He literally changed his whole approach on here. He made executive director. The last time I spoke to him, he was an executive director 6. And but so the bottom line is this: you're one of those people. In fact, I have an example of a student that recruited someone that had previously been in Melaleuca. Wouldn't touch it. Oh no, because the perception is you have to market and sell to your friends, people that you know. And if you're looking for business builders, right, you're not looking for customers, you're looking for business builders. In fact, let me see if I could find it here, because I was working with somebody earlier today, Gary. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to talk to 10 people every day. So when we start out, you're doing the initial conversations, you're doing 10 a day, that's 50 a week. Then when they accept the connection, you start talking to them. So now we want to be talking to 10 people a day to qualify. So now in a week or in a day, we're talking to 20 people. At the end of the week, we're talking to 100. And in his case, out of those 50 people a week, we want to qualify them so that we're talking to 5 people a day about Melaleuca, whatever. And then the goal is to sign up 3 people in 1 week. Now that's easy to do. And I'm going to give you all an example. Let me come up here and look for Sam. Now, Sam is somebody that was a student. And last year he came back and he was selling investments, $5,000 investment. So let me bring it up. Come on. Okay. So he reaches out. Now let's take a look at Sam's profile. Okay. Digital marketing strategist, lifestyle transitioning mentor, nothing about what he sells. You come down here. This is his work history. This is his resume. It gives him stature and credibility. He was a lecturer, business coach. All right. So now he reaches out. And what we did, the first thing we did was we went in and we kind of broke down. It's always important. You have to know who we want to market to. So first thing we did, we went in, we tweaked the scripts for him, but now he had 4,700 connections. Now, out of his 4,700 connections, so these are the people he's looking for: investors, business owners, bankers, how to develop a posting strategy. So out of 4,700 people, yeah, 200 investors, 1,200 business owners, 41 bankers, 16 people in Forex, 281. So he had 1,738 people who were already connections, who were prospects. So moving forward, his goal was to reach out to a third of the people he was already connected to, and the other 2/3 are new people. But he's following a script, and he's qualifying people as he goes. And as you're talking to people, as long as the conversation, you always want to have an end result in mind. So by the time he's learning about them, qualifying them, it was a $5,000 investment. So clearly, he was looking for somebody that was successful and that had money. And the script, we had a terrific script for qualifying these people. So I hear from him 2 weeks later. Okay, the end of March. Crazy 2 weeks since our last coaching session. I sponsored 12 people in 2 weeks. And I've been busy onboarding the new team. I've been on Zooms for 5 to 6 hours a day. Now, I was thrilled for him. In fact, I gave him a little congratulations, but I pointed out to him that he has to work it on his schedule. You need to be, if you're doing that well, and he would stop talking to someone as soon as it became difficult, or as soon as it became clear they were not what he was looking for, he just stopped and he filled the gap with people that were. So that was 12 people in 2 weeks. So now he comes back and he sends me this. It's hard to believe because I've always wanted to send you a testimonial. He added 21 more people to his team in the last 3 weeks. That's one a day. Because once you get the pattern, once you have the target audience, and you want to come up with 5 or 6 different specific targets, God knows you have 1,120,000,000 people. So we keep working in those areas. And he said, okay, 21. Your way of coaching gave me the reassurance to go from where I was for a few months, stuck, not going forward, to getting rejection after rejection, to signing up 90% of the time. Now, for those of you that are in boot camp is group coaching. Okay? What I'm teaching you works when you follow the scripts and you're talking to the right people. I got so busy, I haven't been able to attend the last boot camps. But this 90% of the people that he talks to, that's 9 out of 10 people. You don't get rejected when you're talking to people that clearly need what you have, want what you have. So in your case, whoops. You know, it's funny. I just connected with Daniel.
Oh, he's a good friend of mine.
Is he? Well, he was. I'm trying to think of who told him about me. I think it was. I was working with Jim McCune. It's not Roger. But at any event, what got him to my attention was, if you bring up his profile, he made a post that was kind of against the, Melaleuca has a policy about posts of call to action posts. And in fact, Eddie had me on the phone with one of the corporate lawyers years ago, because we were talking about that. And call to action. Let me find his,
Yeah, and I think I know the one you're referring to.
yeah, you know, one where he's asking, you know, hey, if you're.
Yeah, it's right. It's right there. It's right there. You're on it.
Yeah.
It's right there. Yeah.
Yeah, this one here.
Mhm.
So I mentioned him, I said, look, see, he says, I'm looking for those. That's a call to action. All he had to do was change the wording. Hi, friends, I'm ready to help those who have done these companies. That's a statement of condition. I mean, I spent 45 minutes with one of the Melaleuca attorneys and finally got my point across. I said, look, so because he couldn't see the difference. And I said, well, but if I posted the Lord's Prayer, is that a call to action? If I post a Zig Ziglar quote, is that a call to action? No. So anything, it's language. Looking, it's a call to action. I'm ready to help is a statement of condition. Now, it's easier. For example, Rodan and Fields. You could jump on here and you could find people in Rodan and Fields that, hey, they lost their business. But if all it takes is one look, in fact, God, I can't think of his name, but he's already, he told me that he's already signed up. They've already enrolled two leaders from Rodan and Fields. Anybody that was a leader in Rodan and Fields lost their income. They've gone to an affiliate program, and you can find them. You just go up here, Rodan and Fields. Easy to find. Now the difference, you got 36,000 people. You're looking for, I mean, you want to go on here, and I can't remember the title of you know, a leader. I mean, it's a consultant 5, consultant 6. They give you different numbers, but you got people that have been in Rodan and Fields for 10 years, 15 years, and they've got a high number. They love the products. They share it with people. They get customers. But everybody that they sign up, they've signed up directly. Now you take somebody that was building the business. All right. So they have 8 people that each went out and got 200 customers. Well, they're no longer getting paid for everybody under them. They're only getting paid for the people that they signed up directly. And that's what is causing people to leave. So it's, again, at the end of the day, in fact, let me come back because there's an image here that I want to share with all of you. Okay. If you're not having the results that you want on Facebook and LinkedIn, the reasons are easy to identify, simple to fix. First, content of your profile. Social networking law number 1. What you see on their profile tells you what their online agenda is. What you see is what you get. What they see on your profile is what they expect you want to talk about. So if people can look at your profile and see that you're building an Isagenix business, a Melaleuca business, it doesn't matter what the business is. They see it. You're not the only person on LinkedIn that these people are hearing from your company. And unfortunately, what's happening is people in your company, man, they're all being taught the wrong things, and they're just blasting people. In fact, in the scripts book, we have a textbook example of someone developed a relationship with somebody. The woman had been a store manager and developed a relationship. Her store closed. She'd worked for this store for over 20 years. So she moved. She went to another city. And so my student, communicating with her back and forth, get to the point where now we're ready to show her the business. And I said, you know, before you get on, and we scheduled a time to talk. And I said, you know, before we talk, let's tell her the name of the business. So we did. We said, hey, listen, we had an appointment. So I'm going to talk, show you how we can make money in a company called Melaleuca. The one comes back and says, you know, God, somebody just showed me the business 2 weeks ago, and it's not for me. And I can't remember her name, but she was heartbroken. I said, no. So we let it sit for a week. Then we wrote back. We said, you know, because there was something she said. And she said, somebody showed me the business and it's not for me because I don't know anybody I could talk to about it. Now, of course not. She doesn't know anybody because she moved. So we went back. It's in the back of the scripts book. And we said, you know, I've been thinking about what you said. And whoever you talked to was using the old school approach that most of the people in Melaleuca use when they talk about the business. And I was going to share with you the new way that we do it. See, you run into somebody that has a negative attitude about network marketing. The bottom line is you just have better information than they do. So to be successful in network marketing requires three things. Number one, you got to be passionate about the company and the products, passionate to the point that you tell people about them, even if you weren't getting paid. Most people don't want to get into a business where they have to make money selling things to their friends. All right? Now, like it or not, you run into people that, even though the products are great, and that's where you get your biggest resistance. So when you tell somebody, number one, to be successful, you have to be passionate about the products and the company. Second, you have to be working with someone that's successful in the business, that is committed to helping you build the business on LinkedIn and Facebook. And third, you have to have good online tools. What they're thinking, first, they're thinking three things. Number one, they're thinking, is this real or is this a scam? Second, they're thinking, if it is real, is it something that I can do? Can I really see myself doing it? And if what the image that comes into their mind is, man, I gotta talk to my friends. No, I don't want to do it. Been there, done that. And if they've been in more than one network marketing company, they don't have any friends. You know, they came up with the term, the NFL club, no friends left. And third, you have to have good online tools. Now, up until about 6 or 7 years ago, your company didn't have good online tools. In fact, after I did a training, Ed wanted me to train his daughter. And I said, the only reason I'll train Ashley, is if you attend the first 2 sessions, because I want to show you LinkedIn. After the first session, he went out and he paid somebody, he put together that 1, 2, 3, go. Now there's all kinds of other things. And I understand the owner of the company is all over social media now. And you've really got some very good tools, but they're designed for customers. When you're talking to somebody that is looking for income, you're looking for somebody that just lost their job. They were a store manager. Okay, you have to give them the big picture. So when you start talking to something like that, you use the project launch script. I'm looking to work with 2 people that want to become top earners and leaders in my company in the next 90 days. And we call it the 90-day senior. Basically, you're looking for somebody that wants to go to senior director in 90 or 120 days. If they do that, hey, they're going to make 40 grand or more. That will get them to look at the business. So you bring somebody into the business and you help them get 8 customers, but the customers that they're going to bring in are all business builders. you have those people get their 8, and right out of the gate, they're making money. But they're only going to look at it if they can see themselves doing it. And so when you're talking to these people, you have to instill in them that you are going to help them. You don't, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business for yourself. In fact, let me finish this. So content on your profile, you're not following the scripts. You're talking to the wrong people. You're talking about your business too soon before you're qualifying them, or you're not qualifying your prospects. And 100% of the time, every time I've ever gone in, we've had, let me see if there's somebody here that just experienced this. Somebody had me look at their, one of their conversations, and I went in there, it was like 2 minutes. I said, are you kidding me? You're not following the scripts at all. I mean, where are you coming up with this stuff? If it's all about learning about the other person. And there's no reason why all of you, Federico. Yeah, I think it was Ron Federico. That the last time I talked to him, he's a chiropractor. Started working with him. It was funny because he said, Max, as soon as help me get to help me get to executive, and he says I'm gonna go to Ed and I'm gonna tell him that I did it. I couldn't have done it without you. Well, he did it, but he didn't run to Ed, which doesn't surprise me because I'm everybody's secret weapon, which is the reason why I have introduced at Max GPT. Okay, now it is a chat bot. It's a whole, I mean, literally, I've taken every script, I've taken everything, and I put it into an online system. And for the first time in 29 years, I never wanted to make my training programs an income opportunity. And because you can make more money promoting my training people to other, than you make selling your business, but there's nothing residual about it. So we created Max GPT, and we added an affiliate program to it. So you recommend it to 3 people, and we pay a 33% commission. So you recommend it to 3 people, you get it for free. So people can pay $19 a month. They can buy it for a year. When you recommend it to somebody and they buy it for a year, you make $64. And if they buy it the lifetime version, they make something like $98. So we introduced it at the end of in August. I have two students that are recommend, and the beautiful thing about it is when you're talking to somebody and they don't buy, they're not interested in what you're selling, then you can sell them the tool. And I got 2 students that are literally promoting it. They're not going out of the way. They're trying to sell their networking business. And they're recommending it to 10 people a week. And we just figured out, the commission structure, both of them made $2,600. Just and it's not residual income, but it's income to support them while they're building their business. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. And the thing is, I've been doing this for 29 years, and it drives me crazy that so many people in this industry fail. In fact, in talking to leaders and company owners, I mean, I used to say, 70% of the people in network marketing are orphans. I stand corrected. 95%. If you're not on a team, you're trying to build this business by yourself, man, it's hard to do. And then you got all these people out there teaching this go for no nonsense. You know, you got to reach, it's a sales game. Sales is a numbers game. So you got to get outside your comfort zone. Go for no. Just make a list, talk to all the people, just keep calling. And the truth is, when you go for no, you get no. Why not go for yes? Why not pick out the people that you know in advance are looking for what you have? And now if you get very, very selective about who you're talking to, then it doesn't matter. You're going to get more yeses. In fact, one of my students, let me bring him up. I've been talking about Dan really for the last, I think maybe 3 months. So Dan was in Melaleuca. He had a business. He was he had a cleaning business, and he just purchased a franchise to clean. They were using drones, and he fell off the roof, and he broke both of his feet, so he couldn't work. So he joined Melaleuca. He signed up with Jason Fisher. And he, Jason, a great leader. I mean, he was all very, very enthusiastic about everything. But he wanted to go faster. So he's working with me in my coaching program, and he was putting numbers on the board, and he had, Jason to refer to, and then Jason dies. So he comes back to me and he goes, Max, he says, I can't, he just lost his enthusiasm. So he says to me, can you help me market and promote my cleaning business? I said, Dan, I can help you market. I can help all of you. If you have any idea who your ideal prospect is, who by profession would be interested in what you're doing, that's all it takes. I'll show you how to find them, and I'll show you how to start a conversation. And that is what it's all about. So we went to work, and he ends up hooking up with an engineer at Verizon Wireless. And so, what do you do? I'm an engineer at Verizon Wireless. What do you do? We've got this unique cleaning service, and we clean tall structures with drones. Really? Well, have you ever cleaned cell phone towers? Well, we can clean anything. So the guy that he met goes to his boss. I think we got a solution to our problem. His boss hooked him up with somebody else. He ends up signing a deal. Let me see if I can find it here. I think this is it. Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you would use the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, now they kind of brought you and made you partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, it has blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking. if I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
So for all of you, your profile represents you, not your business. Number one. Number two, it's all about having a conversation with somebody, learning about them, finding out what their needs are. Your profile wants to position you to be the person that they're looking for, the person that's going to solve their problems. And again, at the end of the day, it all comes down to conversation. Now, once Dan got cooking, the people that he bought the franchise from, they made him a partner. He said, wow, where are you getting all of these customers from? He called in later, and this, folks, and I'm going to end with this, you should all take to heart, because it's all about having a conversation with someone correctly.
The biggest thing was learning how to communicate with people online, people I didn't know, and being able to make contacts and turn those contacts into something that I could utilize, and doing it the right way, instead of, a lot of people just send out a message when they first get on there. But what I learned from you was to build that relationship, and that relationship, whether you're network marketing or building a regular business like I am now, is crucial. And what I do is I own an exterior cleaning company. And, when I set that up, I was pretty much just the first franchise owner, and I'm now a partner of the corporation. So I actually need to change that, as I'm now a partner with this company, of the other two people that are involved. And what we've done is we've taken an exterior cleaning company and we took it to the next level by, first, due to an injury that I had, I fell 20 feet. I broke both of my feet and had to have surgery to have my feet put back together. And now, blessed as I am, because I walk well and no one would know it if I did not tell them that I had broken both of my feet March of last year. And after that, we were looking for a new way to do things. So when cleaning taller buildings, we now found drone technology, and we clean buildings with drones. So in what we do, cleaning these buildings with drones, it opened us up to clean taller buildings, and other things, other tall structures. And so I started looking around and talking to people, and just using the same techniques that you taught as taught me as one of your students. I started reaching out to different people that were hotel chains, and things like that, and then came across somebody with Verizon that worked with Verizon, an engineer with Verizon, and just started a little conversation. And I mentioned what we do, and ended up mentioning what we do, and we started this conversation. And we now will be cleaning towers for Verizon for the next 3 years. We've closed a 3-year, $20 million contract with Verizon Wireless. I mean, we went from being a $50,000, $100,000 a year income type business to myself $2.2 million next year. That will be, that's just my portion of my area what I'll be cleaning. But we've gone even further than that. Now we're growing at such a rate that we're scaling our business that, we've started a franchise opportunity with, as I was originally, like I said, one of the first franchisees, but we've actually gone to a full all blown out franchise, $20,000 to lawyers just to set up the franchise. We've sold 2 franchises already. We're growing And it's all because of, I mean, not just only because of that, because my partners were involved as well, but I brought the big deals to the table, and I brought those deals learning your techniques and utilizing them. I literally met the Verizon people on LinkedIn. I've contacted them on LinkedIn, and that's how we began this venture. I mean, this part of this company. We went from, like I said, cleaning houses and one-story buildings to now cleaning Verizon towers, hotels, and now even municipal water towers. I've closed 2 deals to clean some municipal water towers, and got 6 towers to clean. And all of that came from contacts made through LinkedIn. We're multi-million-dollar company through the techniques that I learned from Max. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. As a matter of fact, I mean, I was trying to build network marketing business. I never had really had any great success with network marketing until I started working with you, and I was working and like I said, it was kind of hard for me to move forward because my sponsor, who I had become pretty close with, Jason Fisher, passed away. And when Jason died, it kind of took my air out of me, took my breath out. And I was just like, oh my God, I just couldn't carry on at that time. So I just was focusing on what I did day to day, my daily business. And then after a while, I said, you know what, let me see if I can make a few contacts on LinkedIn for my business. And then it just started blowing up because I just never got the air, to go back to my network marketing business. Not that I now know that if I needed to build that business, if I even had the time to focus on it, I could build an explosive network marketing company because of these techniques that I feel like maybe I haven't mastered, but I've gotten pretty good at.
Now, all of you are heading down the same road. Again, if you're not having the results that you want, your profile. That's number one. Your profile needs to be about you, not about your business. And yet, I've worked with, a number of corporate directors, and depending upon the level that you are, it comes down to duplication. So tomorrow we have our second session of boot camp. If you haven't registered yet, I'll put it in the chat. Take advantage of that special discount. And there's absolutely no reason why you can't go as far and as fast as you want. John, what level are I saw executive director. What level are you?
Executive Director 3.
Great. Okay. Well, when I started working with what's his name? Oh, Ron Federico. The last time I spoke to him, he went from Director 1 to Director 6. Haven't talked to him in a year, but you can do it on LinkedIn easily, but you got to change. You're not going to do it with the profile you have. And
okay. I'll go back and read all your notes again, because I was in boot camp, and I've got many of your other courses and programs as well. So
yeah, okay, but let me point something out.
Yeah.
Okay. The last time you went through one of my programs was in 2000. Let me pull it up. Was 2020. Let me see. So you're working with, LinkedIn. The last time we worked together was in 2019. That was 6 years ago, 5 years ago. LinkedIn is nothing like it was back then. New features, new scripts, all of the stuff in there works. But there's a whole, I would venture to say that 40% of the material in my new boot camp, in my new scripts book, are not in any of the material that, you know, you're gonna make reference to. They didn't have catch-up. They didn't have the features. I mean, you know, LinkedIn only started to use live chat in 2017. So it was just going, anybody that's using LinkedIn prior to 2020 is, you know, you're trying to do business on a flip phone instead of a, you know, of a current phone. So it's, like I said, it's all changed. And so my suggestion is go in, get the new material, and you'll get where you want to go faster. Anyway, it was nice to see you, and you know, welcome back. And anything I can do to help you or the rest of you as well. Let me stop. And there was one other person I wanted to say hello to. Sabo.
Hi, Max.
How are you? How's everything going in your world?
Oh, don't even ask.
Okay, I know, and but I, you know, I just felt, I had to ask.
Yeah, well, they stopped paying the leaders after June and the regular members or associates after July. So,
And it's not just you, they stopped paying a lot of people, I understand.
like all the leaders in June, last pay was in June, for June.
Wow.
And then nobody get paid for July and after.
Well,
So that's, and half the products are missing.
well, you know, again, and we kind of just talked about that a little.
Right.
What you really want to do is, what you really want to do is grab a whole bunch of these people
Mm-hmm.
and bring them to a new deal.
Yeah.
You know, and leverage what you know about social media.
Right.
You know, and you got that you got that other issue to deal with, because what do you do with those hundreds to thousands of people, the Amish people that don't have cell phones? They're not on the internet. You know,
Some of them do, but they are more the traditional way.
right. But again, you know, it's one of those things where you got so many people, you know, she's a leader. She's respected.
Right.
Okay. And what you got to do is you got to work with that.
Mhm.
You got to work with that, and you know, you can just tell them, listen, you know, you have done a deep dive into social media. You understand. I mean, and the language you're going to use is this. You found another company, has great products, good compensation plan, and you're going to show everybody how. Come over to this company, you're going to show everybody how they can build the business quickly using social media.
Mhm.
That's all you got to say. And then when they want to say, so prove it, then you just go over to Facebook and change your picture. Watch what happens.
Right.
Okay. And bring them over, you know, you'll bring them over in small doses, but you just can't, you know, because it's not going to get any better. You know, it's not going to get any better. And the sooner you do it, the sooner you do it, you can be bringing over other people. The last thing in the world you want to have happen is another leader finds a company, and because they're going to do the same thing. You know, so it's nice to see you. Say hello to your
Thanks.
other half, and anything I can do to help you, you know.
Yes.
Hey, guys, Max, can I ask you what company you guys are talking about? Or is that
No.
confidential?
Well, you can, but we're not going to tell you.
Why
Okay.
don't you send me a message? I'll put my name in the
What's your name?
I'll put it in the messaging.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Find me on LinkedIn. Yeah, Max, I meant
Perfect.
to ask you something. I've never heard other companies doing that, but at corporate level, they started to promote another network marketing company, saying you can't make money with our company, but you could make some money there, and then you use that money to buy our products. Isn't that an interesting concept?
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting concept, but you know why? It's an interesting concept, but I don't know how successful that's going to be. You know, if the people in the corporation stop paying you, why would you want to do anything with with them?
Well, so at least you make money until they figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah, well, listen, it's you have to do what's best for you. Have to do what's best for your people. But John, I'll tell you, when you find out the name of the company, you're gonna have to do some serious revamping to your LinkedIn page if you want to use. And you could. I mean, I'm telling you, these people are out there. And they're not the only company that's doing it.
Well, I
But
mean, I know that Rodan and Fields having a problem. Saint is having problems. Beachbody just did it. So I don't know what company Saba's in, but I'll find out. I messaged him back. Are you in Ontario, Saba?
Yes, I am.
Oakville, Ontario?
Correct.
Okay, and you're the one that has the quote, John Lennon quote on your thing?
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna just connect with you right away.
Yep.
yeah, we don't want to talk about it because we don't need to create a bigger flood of people reaching out to these people. But listen, I've got a kid today that has 500,000 people in his business.
Oh.
He started 4 years ago. He's recruiting top networkers from other businesses. And the approach that he's using is he's a social media expert, but he's a real expert. And he's got a very simple way. In fact, I never talked about him for the first 2 years he was doing it. I promised him. Then last year was the first time we really dove into it deeper. This year, we kind of went in, we showed everybody what he was doing. And it's simple, it's easy. It's all about demonstrating to people, because the people that he's working with, the people that he's helping, they're old-time network marketers that don't know anything about social media. Nothing. So when you find those people, the appeal that you have to those people, what's going to make you different is you're going to show them how to build the business on the internet. They don't need websites. They don't need funnels. They don't need captions. They don't need nothing. All they need is a profile, and they can go on there and they can start bringing people and they don't have to chase their family and friends. And when they try it and they start playing around with it, boom, all of a sudden it starts to work. And then, it's, in fact, yeah. So John, my suggestion is you probably want to, get into the next boot camp. Okay, folks, we've been
Thank you, Max.
You're welcome. We've been on for,
and stay safe, eh? Wishing you and your family to be safe through this hurricane.
Yeah, thank you. It's
keep out of the way.
yeah, right. Yeah. All right. So listen, folks, best of luck. We'll see all of you in boot camp tomorrow night.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Saba.